Hello everyone, this is Gideon Apmasu, your host on Trending Opportunities. On Trending Opportunities, as I said earlier on, we are going to use the board mainly so that we can go through things one after the other. Today I come your way with things to consider for the start of any application. So what do you need to consider before you start any application of your choice? The first to consider is get a school name and type the school's name on Google search. So maybe you want to go and do public administration in that school. You want to go and do medicine in that school. You want to go and do, let's say, politics, history, and let's say philosophy in this school. You go to your Google search and then you just type schools with funding on public administration. So schools with funding with, let's say, or on public administration. Schools with funding on medicine. So all these schools will come. Then you now go through one after the other, which is for you. The school, they say the country of your choice and everything. Then those things come into place. The next one is, in this one, look for admission type. So which admission type are you going for? Are you going for bachelor's? Are you going for master's? Are you going for PhD? So after you clicking on the schools with funding on, let's say, public administration on medicine, now you consider, are the searches that came, are they for bachelor's? Are they for master's? Are they for PhD? And which one actually are you also going for? Then you know where to start from, or what to choose, or what to read on. The next one is, remember, check out for extra requirements for international students. Very important. As an international student, as a person applying for scholarship outside your country, you automatically becomes an international student. And here you have to then look out for the requirement for international students. There are a lot of countries like the UK, they have different requirements for international students. The USA, they have different requirements for the international students. Russia has different requirements for international students. The same thing applies to China, Korea, and other countries. So you automatically becomes an international student. Thereby, you have to check the requirements needed for you as an international student. Now, second point is read on admission requirements and funding availabilities. Read on admission requirements and funding availabilities. There are a lot of requirements. Some might recommend you that you have people, or let's say professors, to recommend your application. Some might not. Others comes with funding. Others does not come with funding. Others comes with partial funding. We have full funding, we have partial, and not at all. That is, you did not get funding from the school. And even with that, some schools also give loans and a lot of things to help you as a student, let's say, come study with them. So you have to read on all these things. And in reading, first, consider your academics. If you are going in for public administration, if you are going in for, let's say, medicine, if you are going in for, let's say, planning, urban planning, or whatever it is, first, your academics is very important. How do they run these academics? How many credit hours are you going to study? What are some of the programs, or let's say the courses in those programs? You have to read all of them so that you'll be convinced that actually this is the program you are going in for. The next point is admission aid. Your admission aid. How is this program going to be funded for? Is it funded by the government? Is it funded by the school? When you are schooling, is the school going to give you some kind of remunerations or some kind of aid? What are those chances for you? All these things have to be considered before you put in your application, because you cannot just apply to any school at all. You get admission without you going to the school, or without you having the money to meet up with the requirements of the school. So you have to check the admission aid. That is very important. How your tuition fee is going to be paid, everything before you move into the school to study with them. The third point I'm going to explain here is understanding above. Now, after you understand how to search from your Google, after you have understood how to read on your academics, how to read on your admission aid, now you have to now create a login for your application. Now you have to now apply. So you are creating a login for your application. So for instance, I am applying for medicine. I've gotten a school. Now I've read on the requirement, I meet the requirement, I have the documents to meet the requirement. Now, what do I need? I have to now apply or send in or submit my application. In submitting your application, now you have to now create what we call login. So you go to the website of the school, you locate the program of your choice, you will see a very bold click here to apply. So you click on that, click here to apply, and now it will send you to your information. Now you have to now put in your information. After putting in your information, a lot of schools have what we call login activation. They will require you that you bring, or let's say you type in your email, and after typing in your email, you will see that they will give you, let's say in the next 5 minutes, you are going to receive an activation code in your email. Click on it to continue on. So you wait till that minute. Some are automatically after, let's say, submitting, you see the email, but it depends on the school you are applying. So you go to your email and you activate before you can now continue your process. So now you log in by activating, and now after activating your account, the account becomes liable for you to fill in. What I mean by fill in, to now send in the things that is required for you to do. That is the third point for you. Before I continue with the fourth point, I want you to subscribe to this channel, Trending Opportunities, to get daily feeds on things that is going to help you study abroad, or things that is going to help you work as an international person outside your country. Subscribe, follow us, comment, and share our links so that each and every day when we come to your doorsteps, you can get daily feeds from Trending Opportunities. Now let's move to the board. Fourth point, while applying, reach out to your recommenders. So now, after logging in, activating your login in, and filling out your forms, reach out to recommenders. It is not compulsory. Some schools actually do not recommend you to, let's say, have people to recommend your application. Others do. Schools like USA, they need recommendation letter, 3 of them. Schools like Russia, they need 2 recommendations. Schools like Hungary does not require you to have recommendation. Finland, they don't require you to have recommendation. Germany, it depends. There are some schools in Germany and there are some programs, they don't need recommendation letter. So if your school requires that you have recommendation letter, then you reach out to your recommenders, reminding them to go and, let's say, have that done for you. The next one is faculty members of the program. Very important. To every application you make sure you reach out to high faculty members, especially the admission team, let's say the international admission team, or let's say the international people there. The international admission team, yes, actually that is their name here. You reach out to them, inquiring or making inquiries about things that is going to help you in your application. Before you submit, make sure you reach out to them just to know things they require. There are some requirements and there are some things it is not online as you might see it. I quite remember I applied to one school in the USA, and unknowingly to me, per their online, it was stated that they are considering for full scholarships. But I was done applying. I had admission without funding. I reached out to this international admission team, and they told me that they were not considering that program for a scholarship this particular fall term. You get it? So, meaning I did not make my homework well, and I don't want you to repeat that same mistake I made. So, reach out to faculty members just to be on the safer side. You don't have to pay the application fee, and then it will come out, you gain admission, and let's say your money will be wasted. You cannot also further that application. So reach out to them. You get to know more about things that is happening. And the last point I want to tell you is, be checking your application after submitting. Majority of us, when after submitting our application, we just tend to be relaxing. Oh, I've submitted application. Be checking up on your application. There are some application, the school might, let's say, require that you do extra things for them, especially after reading your SOP, which I'll be talking about subsequently. After reading your motivational letter, the school might request that you attach some documents. So if you don't check up on your application after submitting, all these things is going to beat you, and you end up not gaining admission in the school. So be checking up your application even after submitting. That is by logging in and reading. There are some certain times you see extra notes, and they'll bring, let's say, some key things they want from you, so that you can quickly do that things for them. Send emails for funding opportunities. Majority of us, they think, oh, after submitting, nothing can be done on you or on the application. No, there are a lot of things that happen after application. After applying or after submitting your application, continue to send message to the admission team asking about funding opportunities for that particular program you applied. There are some continuously, when they see your email, they tend to, let's say, have your name in mind. Some even go as far as going to your application and checking up things on your application for you. So if they have to consider people because you because you keep on sending them emails, but please don't take me wrong. There are some schools, they really don't need that. Others do. So get to know more about this thing I'm talking about, so that you can be on the safer side. But it actually helps. Even after submitting your application, you send in emails asking about funding opportunities. There are some schools, well, you gain admission, you might not have, let's say, scholarship attached to it, but they are going to propose to you how to get funding from, let's say, some department, how to get funding from, let's say, some external sources. Consider them, and they are going to help you through to get to that school of your choice. It is simple, right? Very simple. Keep your questions coming. Trending opportunities, your first-hand information. Please click on the notification bar, subscribe to our channel, Trending Opportunities, your first-hand information. I'll keep on coming your way each and every day to bring you things that is going to help you actualize your goals of studying abroad, and things that is going to help you actualize your goal of working abroad, even as a skilled or unskilled personnel. Stay tuned to this channel. See you again next time. Bye.